Okay, pretty sure I'm recording and we are live. Okay, what's up? Your girl G here. Welcome back to my channel. What it do? What's up? It's your girl GG in the cut. Hey, what it do? What's up? I got the juice. Go ahead, grab a cup. Hey, and I think it's something on the top of the dome. Okay. Hopefully this mic doesn't sound too bad. I haven't used this mic. I don't even know why because I bought it and I want to use it. And so y'all let me know down in the comments if this audio sounds a little bit better, okay? But I wanted to come and talk to you guys for a little bit, for a little yang to talk about some of the topics. It's weird because it's like a lot has been happening, but also not a lot has been happening because most of everything that's in the news cycle right now, y'all already know what it is Diddy. Diddy, Trump, Diddy, Kamala Harris, Diddy, Trump. Like, that's literally the news cycle right now. So there is a few things that were sprinkled that I didn't get to talk about while your girl was literally, I was off, y'all. I literally was in struggle mode. I actually was a little bit on bed rest. I guess I'll put it that way. Your girl could really use some prayers. I have to go get a Doppler done on my leg to make sure I do not have a blood clot. And so I'm just hoping and praying that that test comes back good. But y'all drop down in the comments. It really would mean a lot to me if y'all would, just send some prayers of good energy my way, okay? So let's go ahead and get into some of the things, y'all. I saw that Victoria Monet, she'd have left Hunt, okay? Of course, like I said, more Diddy news. Then I want to get into Jennifer Williams a little bit because I don't know if y'all saw that clip of her on because the reunion just happened for Basketball Wives. So yeah, let's go open up Instagram and see what's popping. And if you're new to your girl's channel, oh snap, let's go ahead and mute that. Take two. If you're new to your girl's channel, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe, okay? I'll be dang. So tell me why I opened up Instagram and the first thing we forgot, or it's been a little bit since we'd heard about this. Retired NFL star Bret Farve reveals he has Parkinson's disease while testifying in the hearing where he is accused of stealing millions from Mississippi welfare program. Now I know y'all remember that when we all heard about the donation to his daughter's college. I'm pretty sure it was. Let's see if they got it down here what it was in the past, what he donated to. Let's see. It says Favre was summoned to testify in a congressional hearing where he and the others in the state of Mississippi were accused of stealing funds from TANF, aka, welfare essentially. Favre reportedly received $1.1 million in TANF funds in exchange for speeches he didn't even attend. He, along with former MS Governor Phil Bryant, is also accused of sending $5 million in TANF funds to build a new volleyball arena at the University of Southern Mississippi while his daughter played for the team. Favre and 47 others are said to have stolen over $77 million that could have been used to help poor families. And Favre, you want to sit here and play in our faces? Let me see where he threw this Parkinson's in. Let me see. Because I didn't know it was all that.
Facility in Southern Miss. They're the one that's gotten all the publicity. I wanted to help my alma mater and benefit the community. Southern Miss introduced me to the nonprofit to see if they could help with the funding. I had no way of knowing that there was anything wrong with how the state funded the project, especially since it was publicly approved by many state agencies and multiple attorneys, including the Attorney General. Sadly, I also lost an investment in a company that I believed was developing a breakthrough concussion drug I thought would help others. And I'm sure you'll understand why it's too late for me because I've recently been diagnosed with Parkinson's. This is also a cause dear to my heart. Recently, the doctor running the company pleaded guilty to taking TANF money for his own use. I believe that I got swept up in a civil lawsuit at the instigation of State Auditor Shad White, facility in Southern Miss. Yeah, the one that's gotten all the public.
I hope y'all heard that. Drop down in the comments and let me know if you believe it. Y'all just drop down in the comments and let me know if you believe Bret Farve, because it's giving the fact. Because we just heard the first part when it was he donated to his daughter's college, right? And so I remember when the story first came out, that's all we heard, and we was like, wait a minute, but to now hear that it was not only Bret Farve, but here it says Favre and 47 others are said to have stolen over 77 million. And it said that he was paid for speeches he didn't even attend. It's giving y'all found a loophole, as per usual. These rich ass white people find loopholes, and Bret Favre, now you done got you quote unquote got sucked into it, right? And now all of a sudden you don't know nothing. Now all of a sudden you don't know Nan, okay? And now you got Parkinson's. That Parkinson's don't change the fact that back then you was in your right mind, okay? And from what I know of a Parkinson's disease, it's something that is a progressing sickness. So you still right now very much well in your good mind. So let's not. Oh Lord, y'all drop down in the comments. Like I said, tell me what you think about Bret Favre. But let's see what else is on the neighborhood talk. Y'all, why is Stevie on my screen? Lord Jesus, Stevie literally just says keep pushing, and it's him with his chain, and he just looking in the like, Stevie, we know you getting called in. You gonna get subpoenaed any minute now. Any minute. Your behind is getting subpoenaed. Let me see. Now this I do hate. I really do hate this. On the neighborhood talk, it says sources says Diddy kids are taking his incarceration really hard. It's heartbreaking. The state that they're in, he's always been a loving father. It says on the neighborhood talk, it says he has 3 minor children, 2 of whom now have no living parents available to him, with him being incarcerated, the twins, and also that little girl that was had recently. 4 of his 7 children have neither parent available with him incarcerated, the source explained. It's heartbreaking to see the children in the state that they're in. The insider told the outlet this is their father, but to them, he's not Diddy, he's dad. He's always been a loving, devoted father, they continued. Diddy was denied bail while he awaits trial for alleged trafficking and more. You know, a part of me wants to be like, they saw great sides of their dad, because that is a part of the facade. You know, so many people like, that's not the Diddy that I saw. That's not the Diddy that I witnessed. You know, when it comes to these men of great power and abusing it, a part of it also is doing all the nice things, the good things, because that is the mask, right? That's the mask. And so I'm sure his kids did get a loving Diddy. And I think more than that, not probably the girls, but them boys, the fact that Christian Combs has his own little situation, accusation of what happened with a woman on a yacht, is let me know that those boys, you know, got loving daddy, but they also got loving Diddy as well too. Christian, Justin, on Quincy, but I do feel bad for the kids, because 4 out of 7, how the hell do 4 out of 7 not had a mama like that's, or daddy? That's crazy. And it's going to be a thing of like, you know, because people are like, oh, why they look so sad, and it's like, yeah, because at the end of the day, like, I'm sure, you know, like I said, the getting taken on trips, you know, he spoiled those girls when it came to their birthdays. Like, I'm sure that they do have those, you know, quote unquote daddy and kids moment, right? That also is the facade for everybody else that he wants to do business with. It's good that I look like a loving, doting father. It's good that I look like a loving, doting husband. That's why a lot of these CEOs and stuff like that, they have these wives and kids for the picture. You know, a lot of the times when men are being married, like them being married is a good look to these companies, right? Because it shows that you're somewhat in charge of something, right? And so yeah, kids and wives and children, that whole thing, we know a lot of the times is simply a part of the facade. And so yeah, for all these people who experience these nice things from Diddy, a lot of the times too, these men in particular doing nice things for people comes at a cost. Or he's doing these nice things to, on the back end, basically make up for all the bullshit he's about to do on the back end. So yeah, I really do feel bad for his kids. But let's go ahead and get into this Evelyn and this Jennifer that I was telling you about because child at this reunion at this reunion baby, okay, let's go ahead and get into it.
Jennifer, a video came out where a lawyer says she did some digging and found out Christian's restitution wasn't $250,000 but $12,000. Have you seen proof that the amount was $250,000?
First of all, these people doing all this digging, they have no idea what they're talking about. That was the initial amount, but there's motions that get filed.
Okay.
So there was an additional motion that got filed for more money, which was hospital bills.
Okay.
Like, I know the truth. The restitution is paid, so he's done with this case.
Was that something you guys did together, or did he pay this off on his own?
Christian has never asked me to pay a thing.
Wow.
So let's clear all that up right now. He's definitely never asked me to pay any of his restitution. He can pay it. We're good.
Evelyn, you look a little uncomfortable. Was it the restitution number?
I don't care about the restitution, but I do feel some type of way.
In what way?
Because there was a domestic issue. I don't know the specifics. That's not accurate because Christian was acquitted of anything domestic. So, I don't want that false narrative to be out there.
Can you tell me what
imprisonment.
Okay.
That false imprisonment, we see that a lot of times with these dudes. Because Diddy got some false imprisonment charges. That's exactly what happened to Don, y'all. Don literally said, Don literally was like, he would lock us in the studio for 24 to 48 hours. No food, no water, no nothing. Then when they would get to these houses where, they do recording at the studios and things like that, and then you go to these parties and you ready to leave, and they basically tell you, you can't leave. All the cars for the night is gone. So basically you stuck here and you ain't going nowhere. And so to be told that at a location, maybe that is in another state, hell, across the pond, okay, in another country, and now you stuck at a house with all these Negroes that's hopped up on all types of drugs, lathered up in baby oil and lube, and they looking at you like a piece of meat, and there's nothing you can do about it, because we know at the end of the day, not now one of these Negroes that is here at this party is going to stop what is about to happen to a woman in that situation. Because if they were, they would have did it. And they would have said something. Well, it said something in the sense of, corroborating stories that, Cassie and things like that. Hold on, y'all. I got a wave of nausea. Did I eat today? Do y'all have those moments where you be going and be like, did I eat today? And I know I can't be doing that because, y'all, I'm hypoglycemic, which means if my blood sugar drop, which I'm like Paul Blart, okay? I be y'all hold on. Let me get a little sugar in my system. I'll be back. And I'm back, okay? You're gonna have to go reset, okay? For those who get it, you just, sometimes it catch you out the way. The hypoglycemia be getting me, and it sucks because, at the moment right now, I'm literally be hungry, but I don't be having the appetite to eat. I don't know what's going on. I'm got my mother nature's hit me right now. Then also these ovarian cysts. It's just a lot that's going through the body, okay? The womanly body is always just going, and it's too much for me to keep up with. Okay, so let me get off that rant. But Jennifer Williams. Let's get back to this broad. So Jennifer Williams, like I was telling y'all, y'all know she was Christian, and here it is that they were on the Basketball Wives reunion, and basically talking to her about everything that's been discovered about this man. So the false imprisonment, we all know his girlfriend busted out and dang near amputated both her legs because she fell and like ran through her kneecaps trying to get away from him. And so he spent time for that. And so now, of course, they're asking Jennifer, he told you a different number. And then now here it is, he really owed 250. And like, what is it? She's saying she knows, but this is the thing that always gets me about Jennifer. When she's asked about if she has ever paid anything for him, she never answers yes or no. The only thing she ever always says is, Christian has never asked me. It's always this answer right here.
Have you seen proof that the amount was $250,000?
First of all, these people doing all this digging, they have no idea what they're talking about. That was the initial amount, but there's motions that get filed.
Okay.
So there was an additional motion that got filed for more money, which was hospital bills.
Okay.
Like, I know the truth. The restitution is paid, so he's done with this case.
Was that something you guys did together, or did he pay this off on his own?
Christian has never asked me to pay a thing.
Wow.
So let's clear all that up right now. He's definitely never asked me to pay any of his restitution. He can pay it. We're good.
Evelyn, you look a little uncomfortable with, was it
the way Evelyn rolled her eyes? Like the way she rolled her eyes, because Evelyn knows it's not about him asking you to pay it. We all know as women who want a man who will do anything for him, be his ride or die, because that's what Christian's looking for, that old jailbird. He's looking for his ride or die. And Jennifer, unfortunately, is dumb enough to do it. And so Evelyn, it's like everybody else at this moment. Like, Jennifer, you ain't got no street smarts. This is the fourth time your ass is about to get scammed? Last one took your car. Last other one could have took your life. Turned out he was a schmurderer. And now this was a scammer. One was a carjacker. One was a killer Manila. And now this was a scammer. Like, girl, it's time for you to start doing some self-reflecting. But let's go ahead and keep going.
The restitution number?
I don't care about the restitution, but I do feel some type of way when I hear.
In what way?
Because there was a domestic issue. I don't know the specifics. That's not accurate because Christian was acquitted of anything domestic. So, I don't want that false narrative to be out there.
Can you tell me what he was actually convicted for?
False imprisonment.
Okay. Does that still make you uncomfortable, Evelyn?
It's triggering for me hearing those things. We had a conversation with her, and I just think Jennifer was talking fast, but she said, it probably would have been better if she would have something about a car crash. If you say, don't leave, let's work this out, that's considered false imprisonment.
I ain't never saying that.
He would have been better off just letting her go, get in a car crash, and whatever happens to her. Well, yeah, because that's what his attorney said. And it wasn't, I was not being insensitive to you.
I understand. You're really emotional, and I do understand you being defensive and protective. I love you and I want the best for you. The majority of us have experienced domestic violence situations, but when we hear you defend him and speak about the victim publicly, that's triggering for some of us. And whatever it was, we cannot tell her story.
No,
right?
At this point, it really is unfortunate because we saw the interview. We saw the interview that she did with Carlos King, and it just was giving red flags. And so, unfortunately, it is a situation of Jennifer wanting to make it down the aisle, one. Two, the fact that I'm hearing that wedding was televised, okay, it's giving real Zeus energy that we might see Zeus coming up with a Jennifer Christian wedding special. So if that's the case, that's another incentive to go through with the wedding. But it does say a lot that your friends was not at that, okay? It does say a lot that they wasn't there clapping for them nuptials, okay? Because I know if the minister asks, does anybody object? Their honest answer would be to raise their hand, and they try not to hurt your feelings. And that is the hardest thing about being a friend to somebody who is in a domestic relationship, is because they're not going to see it. And it's almost like the more, and I've experienced this like myself, unfortunately, one of the hardest things about seeing a friend or family member in an abusive relationship, it's almost like the more you point out what's wrong with the person, the more they fight you on it. Because you're going against their fairy tale. You're going against, not to mention if he is one of those dudes that is oh, they want to see us happy, them bitches just jealous, you know, y'all know how it goes. Nobody want to see you in love, you know, it's us against the world, I thought you loved me. And then you have those emotionally abusive niggas that be, if you leave, what I'ma do without you? If you leave, I'ma off myself. Like, we know it. So all of these women who have been in toxic relationships are looking like they already know we're not getting through to her. So we're just going to be quiet and sit on the sidelines.
Listen, I'm not trying to tell anybody's story.
I know. Don't be defensive with me. I know.
No. Listen, it's behind him. We're moving on. The restitution is done. I'm not going to continue to talk about it.
Listen, Jennifer, throughout all of the years on the show, the ladies have had strong opinions about each other's love lives. So I know you all have tried lovingly to talk about that. I know that there have been some cast members who may not have directly addressed it with you, but do have their own concerns. And I do want you to take a listen to some audios from this season. Her ex-boyfriend scammed her, and then she meets this guy. She doesn't have street smarts. You know, like, you date these guys and you always end up in... I worry about her marrying him. I feel like he's doing some scamming stuff. It's something that's not clicking there, but I'm gonna look into it.
Y'all should have seen Jackie's face. Jackie said, baby, that was too much. It is like, that was if y'all see it on Neighborhood Talk, it basically was like unaired audio of Evelyn, you know? Let me see. Because I don't think there's too much more.
Like, you have like a smirk on your face? Mm-hmm. What are you thinking? Honestly, I think we're tiptoeing around the subject with her and Christian, and because we are cautious and gentle with...
Now this part right here, baby, when I tell you gagged was my face and so was Jackie's, listen.
Jennifer, because we do love her and we don't want you to be mad at us.
You don't have to tiptoe around anything. Just like I don't have to agree with your decision, with you staying with Jason, you don't have to agree with my decision.
It sounded like you were concerned about your friend.
Yeah, and I never investigated him because I don't want this to ruin my friendship with her, because I love Jennifer. Like, I genuinely love her. So I have to kind of just be quiet and find the right words, because I don't want her to be upset.
But, you know, as friends, we do want to be able to say how we are really truly feeling without her feeling like we're busting her balloon.
I appreciate the concern, and
that's it. We know how this is going to go. Give it a year and a half. Hell, we'll see if they make it past Portia and Simon. This is giving real Portia and Simon, but Christian is Portia and Simon is Jennifer, okay? Moving on. Now, y'all, okay, let me go back, because I don't think it's on the Neighborhood Talk. Miss Angela Simmons. Ooh, hey, looking good for your sister. Let me see. Is it on Neighborhood Talk? Let's see. Let's see. Oh, here it is. It is on the Neighborhood Talk. So, for those of y'all who haven't heard, the Young Dolph case cracked wide open. Let's just put it that way. So it turns out that the person who offed Young Dolph has ties with Mr. Yo Gotti, okay? And the Pow Power said that he was told he was gonna get 40K, but they only gave him $800. And now, man, you finna go to jail for $800. That's why they be choosing you Negroes off the street, and it's sad. And so the second gunman in the situation, he is now speaking, and now he is testifying, and he basically is confirming that he got the call, that the person who did it got the call after it happened, basically. He called Big Jook. That was his name, Big Jook. And Big Jook is Yo Gotti's brother, from my understanding. Yeah, let me see. Planning to carry out the hit against Young Dolph due to the bounty. Big Jook, yeah, Yo Gotti's brother had put out on the rapper. Smith says they knew Dolph would be in Memphis because his label had an annual Thanksgiving party. They all agreed to commit the Pow Pow for $100K and split it between the three. Well, that ain't what happened. Johnson and Govan were trying to get Johnson's rap crew off the ground and thought committing a hit would win them favor with CMG. Ain't that about up? Because if that's the case, Big Jook, okay, brother of Yo Gotti, you got something. It's feeling like you might got something to do with this. But Angela, because you connected to this man, they said that it's like because he's trying to get his rap career off the ground. That's giving label energy. That's giving label still tied to the streets energy. Okay? And we just saw you swimming with Mr. Yo Gotti on y'all's little anniversary vacation, Miss Angela Simmons. So you better lay low.
You better lay low.
Let's see what else is happening. This is a statement of Victoria Monet. Y'all don't want to hear all that. Basically, long story short, y'all, Victoria Monet and her dude is splitting. She said they basically haven't been together for 10 months, essentially. They are going to do what's best for their daughter, and they will, continue to be friends. She basically just said,
put a finger down if you were dating your high school sweetheart for almost 6
Mute that. Sorry, y'all. That's a Jasmine brand. Some girl in the Jasmine brand. Ugh. Typical headline. But yeah, Victoria Monet, her and her dude are no longer together. And basically, they're going to be good going forward. I've always been a big fan of Victoria Monet really early on in her career. But because she is bisexual, sexual chocolate, okay? Because she is bisexual, there is a little bit of rumoration, word on the curb is possibly that her and Miss Teyana might got a little thing, okay? Now, speaking of Teyana, oh, y'all, I forgot to talk about this. Let me see, is it on the Jasmine brands? Speaking of Teyana Taylor, go ahead then, JT. JT's okay, went gold, y'all. Congratulations to JT. Ooh, girl, Carisha. I know Carisha is over there big mad. And I don't want to say she deserved it, but there's definitely some accountability that she still has to take. Because when she sat down with Saucy Santana, it's giving real. You still didn't want to admit that you literally just dropped her. You don't want to admit it. You got with Diddy because you did he saw something in me. I'm a mogul. And yeah, in doing that, basically you had to be, isolated from the City Girls. City Girls would have worked if y'all put into City Girls. So yeah, girl, now that the chickens is coming home to roost. JT is up and now you down. I mean, Carisha girl, you getting called up to the stand too. Stevie, you gonna be right after Stevie J. Okay, let's see. What was I looking for? It was a little bit ago. It was the Amber Rose and Iman, the friend, basically was like, she's like, I knew it. Basically, the friend was like, it's given, I told y'all so. Allegedly, they were already out like as family. Teyana Taylor, her friend, Amber Rose, her friends, they were all out on the yacht, you know, chilling. And she peeped it. She was like, you and your friends gaslit me, talking about, oh, you doing too much, you doing too much. But then here it is. Y'all get pictured. Hopefully I'll find the picture and post it here. Y'all get pictured on the beach together. What the f is this? Like, I knew it. Like you just got your cup and you just kind of looking across. You just happen to walk into the bathroom when you walk and you say, what? Okay. And you walk to the bathroom and you simmer on it and you decide, do you want to bring it to your friend Teyana? Do you want to take it to her? Do you want to confront her or not? And the fact that she was crying all on the phone is given, she confronted you. She said you were sitting there doing all that crying on the phone. And now here it is. Y'all sitting there on the beach together. To find out Iman ain't shit, and her friend said that she's like, I'm sorry, Teyana, you my girl, and I know you want to keep it quiet, but I'm sick of it. Says your friend, I'm gonna say something, and say something she did. She said, I'm gonna say it so you don't have to, Teyana, and spoke she did. All right. And Amber Rose of all people, but y'all know Iman, like they'll anything. Like Amber Rose over there sitting there getting paid with that coon money, that racist money, that what's that called? The people that's ahead of the rifles, the NRA money. Yeah, I definitely. Amber Rose Iman Shumpert was not on my bingo card, but the fact that it is, I ain't even surprised. I'm gonna keep it real. Let me see if there is anything else I may have missed. Let's see. Let's go to the shade room. What's happening on the shade room? Let's see. Let's see. Okay, nothing on the shade room that I necessarily have. Oh, y'all, Janet Jackson. So Janet Jackson recently did like a little podcast situation. Let's see, because let's see what Whoopi had to say.
I haven't been reading the news these past few days. So I don't know if it comes from misinformation. I don't know if it comes from a lack of information. But all I know is that I don't want to give it this much air.
Well, unfortunately, no, well, hold on. Yeah, she's got a phone. Janet Jackson is not a political animal. Yeah. She's a musician. Her life is doing this, and she's mourning her brother. So
that's right.
I sometimes have said stuff, and I was wrong. But people want you to say something right away. But when people are coming at you saying, "Hey, you're not paying, you're dumb, you don't know, you don't want to answer people, especially if
you're afraid you'll get it wrong and answer.
And it is a pain in the butt, I have to tell you. So sometimes people get it wrong, and they're wrong. They made a mistake. They were wrong. It happens. Anybody who says it doesn't happen to every one of us, multiracial or not, we all do it. So, okay, a little grace for the girl. A little grace for the girl, all right?
All right then, Whoopi. Okay, Whoopi. I saw how people were reacting to Janet. I saw everything. Like I told you, I was on bed rest, so I didn't really get a chance to talk about it. But DL Hughley, I think DL Hughley definitely did a little bit too much in comparison to what Janet Jackson did. I definitely think that it going after her features and everything like that. To me, I feel like Janet Jackson, like Whoopi said, like I don't see her as somebody who's constantly on her phone and in politics like that. And I'm sure the people around her who are very much reach, okay, real reach, okay, the money, all right, the munions, giving real reach, okay. Y'all know where they reside, all right. So I'm sure conversations murmuring around her sounded like that, okay. So yeah, Janet Jackson, y'all jump in the comments, tell me if you were a part of the group that was just super mad at her. Do y'all agree with how DL Hughley handled it? Yeah, I feel like sometimes the internet wants to be mad. Like people look for reasons to be mad these days. It feels like everything is just like putting 20 on 10, and I it's just too much. Sometimes the internet is just takes it overboard. I really did not think that it was something that needed that harsh of a response. It's just a simple correction. Literally, that's it. So let's see. All right, last but not least, because I don't want this video to get too long. Let's see. Looks like there was a little bit of a win for T.I and Tiny. Okay, then let's see what. Ooh, Lord, Tiny. I didn't. Well, I mean, I ain't even say it like that.
It's a hell of a fight. This fight been started in 2020. It's now 24, and we couldn't be more happy, man. I wanted to come on here. I honestly wanted to come on here to say we wanted to thank the jurors for like just seeing us through this, man, and just believing in what we said, and they heard our story and they knew we wasn't lying. Okay. All right. They knew we wasn't lying, you know what I'm saying? And that's what's up. Yeah. What's up, King? Yeah, give him my purse.
Speaking of King, he y'all know he getting ready to be a father, right? King being a daddy. It's giving real Zanique other side energy. The Negro that Zanique was with, that's the Negro that King is about to be, because that's the behavior that they've allowed with King. Now, of course, a lot of people gonna be out there, oh, the baby's gonna change him. It's gonna change them. Y'all see how that went with Krishan, right? When y'all said that with Krishan, babies is not, these magic lamps that you rub and get 3 wishes and 3 tries with, okay? So, nonetheless, yeah, T.I and Tiny, they won this lawsuit, got a good old $70 million, okay? Not like they needed it anyways, all right? Got a good old $7 million in damages over those dolls that quite literally did look like the OMG girls. Like, when this lawsuit first came out, I was like, yeah, like that, it's giving OMG. It's giving oh my god. They couldn't hide it anymore with the colors, with the head shaved. Yeah, it just was very apparent to me. Zanique, I really hope Zanique gets out of that mess with that dude, because I really did have hopes for her music career. But T.I and Tiny, y'all might have a win with this one. But that don't mean the other lawsuits that y'all got behind the scenes and in front of the scenes that we know about with y'all's extracurricular activities. Y'all don't get too comfortable with that money, because it might be going to somebody else. Somebody else real soon. Like I said, the chickens is coming home to roost. So they got Diddy right now. T.I and Tiny, y'all might be freak leaks, but it don't matter about being freak leaks. Was it with consent? Okay. So yeah, you guys, I think that's about it. Don't want to do too much more. I need to go munch on a little bit more to eat. So I will catch you guys later. Y'all make sure to drop down in the comments and let me know what you thought about each of these topics. How you guys feel about Diddy in the case? Who are y'all expecting to get called up on the stand? When it comes to Victoria Monet, what would y'all do if she hopped out with Teyana Taylor? If she hopped out in the whip with Teyana Taylor, ooh, I don't even like girls, but I would watch that video. Okay. Who else did I talk about today? Oh yeah, and Jennifer Williams, you guys. What do you guys think about Jennifer Williams? Y'all think that she's gonna come out of this situation unscathed? Do y'all think that she will be the one to initiate divorce or him? Because they're gonna divorce. It's just who's gonna initiate it. All right. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Y'all make sure to follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and I will catch y'all hoes later. Deuces.